Hello everybody, my name is Tree Company and here is Yanaka Ginza, Tokyo, one of my favorite alleys in this city with its local authentic vibe. You know, Tokyo has so many contents, so you may lose your way in this metropolis. But don't worry about that, I will make a fantastic travel contents guide in this video. Yes, it's time to discover Tokyo. These are unique things that only exist in Tokyo, things that are hard to find in other cities or regions of Japan. First, the Shibuya crossing and downtown. There are so many sub-center areas in Tokyo. Shinjuku alone is bigger than Shibuya, and Ikebukuro, Roppongi, Nihonbashi, Ueno. But Shibuya has its own crossing, the colorful billboards around it with numerous stores. Yes, here's the most unique experience in Japan. Also, Shibuya is known for its quirky fashion district Harajuku and luxury district Omotesando. Your time gonna fly in Shibuya to look around these diverse sites. Japan is anime kingdom, and Akihabara is the capital of the subculture. There's no single otaku in the world who doesn't know about Akihabara. There's similar neighborhood in Osaka called Denden Town, but Akihabara is much bigger. The streets covered with characters and posters make you are in another dimension. You can feel this only in Akihabara, not any other place of the world. That's why I was selected for Tokyo Unique. Japan has a lot of big stations, Osaka Station, Nagoya Station, Sapporo Station, but they all look so modern. But Tokyo's gateway, Tokyo Station, is different. It was opened in 1914, modeled after Amsterdam Central Station. And then there's Marunouchi, which has been redeveloped all over the place. A modern stone station with glass skyscrapers. It's different sensibility, only in Tokyo. TeamLab Planet, Borderless, the most famous and popular exhibitions in Tokyo right now. They are immersive exhibitions by TeamLab, a Japanese art collective. Fantastic experiences that utilize a variety of objects, displays, and light. Let's take a look. There are two TeamLab exhibitions in Tokyo, Planet at Toyosu and Borderless and Ajabudai Hills. For me, Planet was a more revolutionary experience than Borderless, but Borderless is just as good. So if you have time, you should visit both. They're literally sentimental neighborhoods with old fashion. They are not extreme or spectacular, but you feel warmth in there. First, Yanaka, Sendagi, and Nezu, aka Yanesen for short. Small shrines, temples, and cemeteries are mixed with residential neighborhoods, and shops lining the narrow streets. It's like a throwback to the residential neighborhoods of old Japan. The second is Kagurazaka, which used to be as popular as Ginza. Later, during Japan's high growth period, with Shinjuku developed as a transit station, Kagurazaka keeps its old classic sensibility. Yes, this street is elegant. There are some French restaurants with mixed old Japanese style shops in between. It's a much more upscale neighborhood than Yanesen. Classy people there, classy shops here. Shinjuku is the biggest station area in the world, so there are lots of different experiences, chaotic kabukicho, dry offices, fancy department stores, but this golden guy next to kabukicho is the most authentic and worth to visit place in the whole Shinjuku. It is a tiny narrow alley full of izakaya, Japanese tavern, old signs, rusted and scratched buildings. You will fall in love with this alley. After you drink enough, you can eat ramen at the same alley too. It is really good dish for curing hangover, and you should bring enough cash here. Another place you shouldn't miss in Shinjuku. It is similar with Golden Guy, but more crowded. This authentic street is just next to the JR railroads. Here is more open than Golden Guy, but you don't need to choose between two alleys. Just visit both. This is my simple answer. Here is more touristic than any other alley in Tokyo, but trying is still worth. Sensoji Temple in Asakusa is the one of Tokyo's most iconic temples. If you search for Tokyo travel, it is quite high on the front page. founded over 1,300 years ago. Of course, the old temple was bombed and destroyed during the Pacific War, and the current one was rebuilt in the 60s. But it's pretty, right? Look at this significant red, the big lantern with kanji, which means lightning. Wow, it's got a great atmosphere. And there are big shopping streets around. Each street has its own style. Tokyo Skytree is a bonus from here. It adds a scoop of modernity to this traditional place. Yes, Sensoji of Asakusa is a must-see when you are in Tokyo. Second, Jojoji near Tokyo Tower. This temple, founded in 1393 and moved to its current location in 1598. If Asakusa Sensoji has Tokyo Skytree, this one has Tokyo Tower. This view is also unique. Third, Nezu Shrine is not a Buddhism temple but a Shinto shrine. There's a nice red torii gate to get in. Torii is the gate of Japanese shrine. It's not as many as Senbon Torii in Fushimi Inari, Kyoto, but enough to make you feel emotional. You can make a combo with Yanaka Ginza Street. The last one is Meiji Jingu Shrine. This is a very prestigious one in Tokyo. The shrine is built for Meiji Emperor, the first emperor of modern Japan. You can stroll between trees and torii. And finally, there's an authentic main building inside the forest. This is very exotic experience because here is the megacity of Tokyo. You will visit Shibuya, so why you miss Meiji Shrine? Tokyo is known for its lone green space ratio, but in the middle of the city center, there's a surprising amount of greenery, so the park ratio is quite high for tourists. I love the atmosphere of these city parks. It feels like an escape from the grey city. First up is the Imperial Palace, the residence of the Japanese monarch and the former site of Edo Castle. It's the beating heart of Japan. Unfortunately, the castle tower was destroyed in the Great Fire of Meiraki in 1657 and has never been rebuilt since. Castle tower is military installation, so there was no need to build it again in peacetime. Anyway, it's a nice park now. The view of Marunouchi and Otemachi from here is amazing. The second is Ueno Park. For those who have watched my Tokyo Guide video, you may recall that this northeastern part of Tokyo of common people. Ueno Park is an old park in the middle of it. Unlike the Imperial Palace, which was important in the past and feels like you are walking through prosperity, it has a friendly atmosphere and feels like a quiet children's park. There is a zoo, art museum, science museum, and national museum nearby, so there are so many things to do. The National Museum of Western Art in Ueno was designed by Le Corbusier, the first name that comes to mind when you think of modern architecture. If you want to do some active things, visit Ueno Park. Third, Shinjuku Gyoen. This is a large park near the subcenter of Shinjuku. In terms of the area where you can stroll, this is the biggest park in Tokyo. There are some concepts in Shinjuku Gyoen: Japanese, French, Plaza. Of course, I recommend the Japanese area as the best one. There is Yoyogi Park just near this garden too, but Shinjuku Gyoen is broader and more diverse. There are many other parks around Tokyo. If you have enough time, try to visit others too. Modern streets have a different feel than classic neighborhoods. They are usually located in southwest Tokyo because they are the neighborhoods of the rich and young. First up is Daikanyama, next to Shibuya, a neighborhood that's more hip and classy. It's one stop from Shibuya, so easy to get to. The famous tea site and its Chutaya bookstore are in here. Jiugaoka, which is further out on the Tokyo line, has some pretty cute cafes. Second, Shimokitazawa, both accessible to Shinjuku and Shibuya. Along with Harajuku, this is the most prominent fashion district. There are a lot of second-hand clothes stores, so you will see a lot of dressed kids. If you're interested in Japanese street fashion, it's definitely worth a visit. Third, Kichijoji. This is like Shimokitazawa. You can go from Shibuya and Shinjuku either. No, I think this one is better, because there is also JR station in here. This factor makes this area so wealthy. There are a lot of delicious things around the station. And also there is Inokashira Park. The fourth is Ginza. I was little torn. Which is the main concept for Ginza? Unique, classic, or trendy? Ginza is a historic and still thriving luxury boutique district, but I feel like Ginza is still trendy these days. So I put it in trendy. The last is Azabudai Hills, the brand new building and mall in the center of Tokyo. This is the future of this city. The area itself is very green and architecturally beautiful. You can check trendy stores, restaurant, cafe, and there's a high-floor Sky Cafe and 33rd floor of this building, the most closed place from Tokyo Tower. But the angle is very limited, only the tower, so I don't introduce this in the observatory part. The most famous traditional market in Tokyo, or whole Japan. This outer seafood market was attached to the auction of Tsukiji. Now the main market moved to Toyosu, but outer seafood market for individual is still full of vitality. There are lots of sushi, seafood rice bowl, and street foods. And it's really easy to get there. It's just next to Ginza. Also, it is a traditional market which opens in early morning. So, Tsukiji market is a perfect place to start your day, when almost malls and stores still don't open. Or you can visit Toyosu too. That is a bit far from the center, but still interesting. Maybe you get a clue by its name. Yes, like the name Ame says, this market has a relationship with America. After the Second World War, US Army built their base in Tokyo. In that moment, Japan was totally devastated and poor. Many items were took out from US Army for reselling. That is why Ameoko Market has born. Now the original stores almost gone and became just an active market, but still Ameoko is the one of the famous traditional markets in Tokyo. You can find lots of valuable eateries, taverns in here. Just follow the rhythm of this energetic market. It is in front of Ueno Station, opposite to Ueno Park. One area of 2 attractions. Isn't it great? This is a bit minor than Tsukiji and Ameoko Market, and the topic is also limited. Kappabashi Street is only about kitchenwares, mainly Japanese kitchenwares. Sashimi knives, lanterns, and uniforms. Maybe these are litter mania. Buying a knife or lantern from the other country is not easy, I know. Then, how about this sake glass? It can be a unique souvenir in trip to Japan. Kappabashi is next to Sensoji Temple of Asakusa. Those are also top-rated area to trip, so you don't need to spend your time to get here. The main theme park in Tokyo is Disney. Well, not exactly in Tokyo, but in the neighboring prefecture of Chiba. Anyway, this Disney resort consists of the usual Disneyland and the ocean-themed Disney Sea. Disneyland is not much different from any other Disneyland in the world, but Disney Sea is only in Tokyo. The main themes inside are Little Mermaid, Aladdin, and Indiana Jones. The parade is unique because it takes place on a boat in the middle of the lake. It's also very Japanese because people sit down to watch the parade. This is very comfortable. The second is Warner Bros. Studios tour with Harry Potter theme. It is also the second Harry Potter studio after Watford, near London. Osaka's Universal Studios has a Harry Potter attraction, but this one goes above and beyond to immerse you in the world. Vibrant props, themed landscaping, and backstory is a must-see for any Harry Potter fan. But there's no ride here. This is the place where to go for enjoying the world. The third is an usual theme park in the city. Tokyo Dome City is attached to Tokyo Dome. It's a small downtown park, but it's right in the middle of the city, so you can feel the thrill in the unique atmosphere. And it's easy to get to. What's important? It is close to Shinjuku, Tokyo Station, and Akihabara. It is a light-hearted place to explore. Last but not least, Fuji-Q Highland. You have to go farther than any other theme park to get here. It's an amusement park under Mount Fuji in Yamanashi Prefecture in the distance. The theme here is scary roller coasters, the best in Japan. There's a lake nearby called Kawaguchiko, which is a great view of Mount Fuji. You can make a combo. First up, the Tokyo Metropolitan Government Building, which is located in the west of Shinjuku, is free. That is a great point. Second, the rookie of the observatory scene. This is Shibuya Sky, an observatory located in the Shibuya Scramble Square building. It's about 229 meters high, right next to Shibuya Crossing, and it has an outdoor deck. It is what the government building doesn't have. It's so popular that it gets really crowded at sunset. You need to make a reservation in advance. The third is Roppongi Mori Tower, which is near Tokyo Tower. It is in the middle of Tokyo. You can see Tokyo Tower and Marunouchi very closely, and Shibuya, Shinjuku, and other major areas of Tokyo too. There is a paid outdoor deck either, but it is temporarily closed. I think this is the best observatory in Tokyo. Finally, Tokyo Sky Tree with 634 meters. Of course, it's a radio tower, so you don't count the tower on the top. The actual observation decks are 350 or 450 meters high, but it's still the tallest in Tokyo. The view is great, I admit it, but this is too much crowded. Too much. And one more downside is each window is very small. There will be so many frames in your sight. Otherwise, if you're looking for a good view, check out the terrace at Kitemo near Tokyo Station. The view of Marunouchi from here is art. From the ground is great, but if you go up just 4 floors, the feeling is completely different. Odaiba Aqua City is also a good place to enjoy a skyline of Tokyo. From the Statue of the Liberty, to the sea, to the Rainbow Bridge, to the forest of buildings, to the Tokyo Tower. There are so many objects to see. But you should know this, Tokyo is a mega city and there are tons of things to do. I just introduced the essential places. Anyway, let's summarize what you learned today. A quick summary of the contents of Tokyo. Yes, this is it. Now you know things you can do in Tokyo. Are you a new guy in here? What do you expect the most? And have you ever been here? What was your best or worst? This place where I end this video is Shibuya Crossing. Thank you for watching this long video and thank you again.